Fans, welcome to Omero TV. Please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up for my YouTube channel, Omero TV. My people, the part 2 of the story of the lawyer when he carry details come give us. So make we listen to the part 2 of this story. Now, wow, this time around is talking about Judy Austin. Listen to the lawyer.
Thank you. Hello, my nations. Part 2 of who exactly is Mrs. Judy Austin Yul Edochie. Now we come to what I consider the most fascinating legal development. Judy has filed proceedings against Emmanuel Obasi. I have reviewed the documents, 44, 47 pages, every single details. She has now apparently also commenced proceedings against Omero Edochie. And look carefully at the name being used. Not simply Judy Austin, not Judith Mogalun. The court process identified the claimant as Mrs. Judy Austin Yul Edochie. And this is not merely something a blogger typed. In the Obasi litigation, there is an affidavit of verification. This is crucial. That's why when I see some bloggers and commenters, I laugh. Because they fail to understand the gravity and the significance of court documents. Courtroom is not social media.
Okay.
These are different ball games. In the Obasi litigation, I repeat, there is an affidavit of verification. Do you know what it means? Rubicon Partners, Abuja. I hope you get this audio. How in the world did you file an affidavit of verification when the matrimonial proceedings between Yul and May are still ongoing? Yul can never marry for now. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
In the affidavit of verification that Judy included in her lawsuit, she personally begins with, I, Mrs. Judy Austin Yul Edochie. Please let that sink. I repeat, she said, I, Mrs. Judy Austin Yul Edochie. That is not sworn material.
Okay.
That is a witness statement under oath.
Okay.
And it's likewise added in that name.
Okay.
But it gets considerably more interesting in dealing with Obasi's statement concerning our alleged relationship with Yul. Our own evidence refers to damage to our reputation in our present marriage. Judy's court document did not say Obasi's statement concerning my alleged relationship with you damaged my reputation. She said it damaged my... Please listen, guys. Judy said Obasi's statement damaged my reputation in my present marriage. This is very... It's under oath. I have it. Affidavit of verification under oath. Judith gave a statement. She said, Mr. Obasi's statement damaged her reputation in her present marriage. Now the question is, let's stop there. This phrase, present marriage, please bracket it. It matters. You know why? Because we now have two distinct things. Judith is swearing court documents as Mrs. Judy Austin Yul Edochie. Court documents. And she's referring to a present marriage. And Omero Edochie has publicly responded to the writ, apparently, served upon her. And Rita's question, Momirita's question is remarkably straightforward. she essentially said, I don't recognize the person as Mrs. Yul Edochie. If you insist upon being addressed as Mrs. Yul Edochie, kindly present the marriage certificate establishing the basis for that name. Legally, that is a much more intelligent question than simply shouting, you are not married. You see, they're two different things. Mommy Richard did not say you are not married. She said, present the marriage certificate establishing the basis for that name. You can tell that this woman has legal understanding. Mommy Rita is demanding proof. And if I were advising Mommy Rita, I would tell her, Mommy, stop arguing about this on Facebook now. Put that question into your statement of defense. And do it this way, something along this line. The defendant does not admit the claimant is lawfully married to Yul Edochie. And put the claimant to strict proof. You must make sure you put Judy to strict proof of the alleged marriage, including its dates, nature, and legal basis. Mommy Rita, I repeat again, you should quote in your statement of defense, the defendant does not admit that the claimant is lawfully married to Yul Edochie, and puts the claimant to strict proof of the alleged marriage, including its date, nature, and legal basis. Mommy, please, I repeat again so that you can rewind it. You see this paragraph? Make sure it's in your statement of defense. I repeat again. The defendant, this is how you're going to write it, exactly as I'm saying it. The defendant does not admit that the claimant is lawfully married to Yul Edochie, and puts the claimant to strict proof of the alleged marriage, including its date, nature, and legal basis. Why is this paragraph important? Because Judy herself has potentially made her marital status relevant. But by swearing an oath and introducing herself, I, Mrs. Judy Austin Yul Edochie, she has automatically made her marital status relevant. If part of the reputational injury complained of concerns damage to a present marriage, Judy said the same thing she said to Obasi, the same thing she said to Mommy Rita. Judy said that in fact, Judy said she complained that the concerned damage affects her present marriage. Judith is telling the court she is currently married. Judy, you will prove that marriage, oh. You will prove that marriage. Whoever allege must prove. Burden of proof is on you. You are bringing a claim. You got to prove your claim. You can't shift the burden of proof. You can't. So, the defendant has a legitimate reason to ask. What? Because Judy mentioned, you see, Judy's lawyers, they knew that this is a muddy water. So they did not say that Obasi's statement damaged Judy's reputation with her husband, Yul Edochie. They didn't say that. On a normal circumstance, you should say that, but they didn't. Because they knew it's a muddy water. So they use present marriage, excluding Yul Edochie. But now, here comes the problem. Because the defense is going to ask, what marriage? To whom? When? Under what legal regime? Okay. And where is your evidence, madam? Okay. There is another important reason the date matters. The Obasi document specifically identify Yul Edochie in connection with the alleged defamatory statement. According to Judy's own schedule, Obasi's words were allegedly understood to mean that she was romantically involved with Yo during her marriage to Obasi, and that she committed adultery. Judy categorically denies this allegation. Fine. That creates an issue for trial. Obasi says one thing. You know why this is so funny? This is a you say, I say. Both of you have to prove. Obasi explained as the spouse, as a former spouse of Judy, Obasi, under the legal rules, have rights to talk about his experience himself in that relationship.
Okay.
Judy is denying the allegation of adultery. Fine. What kind of legal problem does that create? It creates an issue for the trial. On the 29th, it creates a really big issue. What is that issue? Obasi says one thing, Judy says another, evidence decide it. But now, let's consider the broader chronology. We need the date Judy says her marriage to Obasi ended. We need the date the alleged relationship with Yo began. We need the legal status of May and Yo's marriage during that period. And if Judy now says she has a present marriage, we need the date that marriage began. Those dates potentially intersect. That is why I strongly caution people against screaming bigamy or perjury at this stage. Those are serious legal allegations.
Hey.
But calling yourself Mrs. Yo Edochie in an affidavit does not by itself prove bigamy, nor does it automatically constitute perjury. First, we have to establish the underlying facts. But equally, Judy cannot reasonably expect defendants to accept a legally relevant marital status without question, simply because it appears in the heading of our lawsuit. If that status becomes material to a pleaded case, it can be tested in court. And ironically, Judy's own lawsuits may now provide the mechanism through which that happens. So, in the part 3 of this recording, we will discuss Judy's versus Obasi, Judy versus Omero. The questions are now moving from Facebook into the courtroom.